It was winter on the island of Sodor, and the snow didn't wait to fall down. Everywhere on the island, there was snow. Everywhere from the trees to the rails, which caused them to be slippery. This made the engine's job hard to carry out. They would continually slip hard on the icy rails when trying to stop. Not to mention, the engines had to wear a snowplow in case there was a pile of snow on the tracks. Thomas hated it, and would always complain about it. "I hate wearing this snowplow," said Thomas. "It makes me feel uncomfortable, and it's useless. Donald and Douglas have already cleared all the lines on Sodor." "All except your branch line," interrupted the Fat Controller. "That's why you need to be extra careful while going on your branch line today. We don't want to have to call Terrence again." James laughed and Thomas rolled his eyes. He remembered the one time he got stuck in the snow and Terrence had to pull him out. He then puffed out of the station, grumbling to himself. The coaches were on a hidden siding behind some trucks. Thomas bashed them away in annoyance, causing the trucks to hit the bumpers. "Ouch! Ouch! Stop it! Stop it!" complained the trucks. Thomas ignored them as the points were changed. Thomas applied his brakes, but he wasn't slowing down. The ice carried him closer to the coaches. Thomas slipped and bumped against the coaches. The coaches were okay, and so was Thomas, though the annoyance of a snowplow was now replaced with a feeling of embarrassment. So he quickly coupled up and gave Gordon his coaches. He watched as Gordon went puffing away with his express. "Finally," said Thomas excitedly, "I can enjoy a good run on my branch line with Annie and Clarabelle." He wore the snowplow and then collected Annie and Clarabelle before sending off to his branch line. Even if it was winter, Thomas enjoyed it. White soft snow everywhere, children playing in the snow and making snowmen. Everything was more calm than usual. He even met Bertie on his way to Farquhar. "Hello, Thomas," said Bertie. "Want a race?" "Sorry, Bertie," said Thomas, "but it's too dangerous in this time of year." And the two then went their separate ways. Eventually, Thomas arrived at Farquhar, but he needed to go to the quarry to collect some trucks. He then thought about a snowplow. "Well, it's only a short distance between here and the quarry," thought Thomas. "So I'm sure there's no problem if I leave my snowplow here until I get back." So Thomas' snowplow was left in the siding, and he set off to the quarry. He was almost there when danger laid ahead. Water froze inside the rocks near the waterfall, making some parts of them fall onto the line, and Thomas was heading straight for them. His driver and guard applied the brakes, but it was far too late. Thomas crashed into the rocks. "I'm safe," thought Thomas, but he still didn't stop, and his front wheel hit the rails, making him hang on the edge of the bridge. "Help! Help!" cried Thomas. Toby arrived from the quarry and looked at Thomas in shock. "What happened, Thomas?" "No time to explain! Please help!" And Toby did with urgency. Toby went back to the quarry and called for help with the telephone. Henry soon arrived with some workmen, the Fat Controller, and some empty trucks. They first cleared away the rocks on the line, and with a strong cable, Henry was coupled to Thomas. "Ready? Heave!" Henry started puffing backwards, but was slipping on the icy rails. So his driver opened his sandbox, and Henry started to grip on the rails. With a final pull, Thomas is finally back on the track. Thomas was damaged, so Henry coupled up to him and pushed him to the steamworks to be repaired. 2 days later, Thomas was back at Tim's sheds, where he found the Fat Controller talking to the other engines. He then noticed Thomas. "Well, welcome back, Thomas." "Thanks, sir," said Thomas sheepishly. "It was unavoidable what happened, Thomas," explained the Fat Controller. "Although, don't let me catch you without a snowplow again, or I will put you on ice." So Topham Hatt then chuckled to himself, and so did all the other engines, including Thomas, who was happy to be home. Fuck! Great. Fucking great. Now I'm in the middle of a river. I'm freezing down here. Ha ha!